Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and a warm welcome to this week's Walking Wednesday. I say all the time that a lot has happened in this week, but this time I mean it. A lot has happened this week. I mean, I'm just trying to make sure I'm thinking of all of it, really. But I guess I could start with the trip to Wales that I did. Yes, I was in Wales this week. And that was from the 1st to from the 1st to the 2nd. So that would have been Friday to Saturday. Yes. So yes, Friday to Saturday, I was in Gregonog Hall, and that is a place that apparently is the second most haunted location in all of Britain. But honestly, the only thing that happened was my phone got a little bit possessed and started like jumping around messages. Not too exciting. And then I guess, well, I don't know. I guess I'm just there for creative writing purposes. It was a creative writing trip. I treat it like it was a bit of a romantic escapade as such. But when I say romantic escapade, I don't mean the sense of romantic as in I love thee, just I love me, that kind of thing. No, I mean romantic in the sense of the romantic era. The romantic era of poetry, because that's what I wrote there, some romantic poetry. And when I say though, so I was writing a little bit about nature and the sublime and based on sources, etc. So yeah, there was one, for example, Conway Castle. There was a picture of Conway Castle there. It was like being destroyed by either artificial or natural purposes. There was a storm coming, there was moss climbing it. So I wrote what had become of the Conway Castle, for example. I might turn those into a video, I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. It's been a while since I've done a poem reading. I've never done one by myself. But there's one that I've written myself. So, yeah, who knows. I could do that tomorrow because I've got Enceladus recordings as well. Anything else that happened at Gregonog? Well, I guess that was mostly it. I mean, we tried to watch Black Panther, but then got sidetracked talking about K-pop. Oddly enough, that was a few people that I was with. And I just guess I got to know people in the course a little bit better. Yeah, both and some of the third years as well who were there as mentors, or second years. So yeah, I'm going to go back as a mentor myself next year. The only problem is that my phone actually ran out of battery, so I was communicating with people through my laptop for half of the event. So I did get a couple of filming scenes, and I want to base some things to help with Enceladus. So yeah, Dylan, if you have the time to check out those for the scenes that aren't done for episode 1, then yes, please do so. Speaking of Enceladus, that's what I've been doing for most of the rest of the week. I've been working on episodes 1 through 3 and just auditioning the characters. There's a lot of multi-roles that are going on because not as many people showed up to the auditions as I thought they might, because I guess Director Study Week, people decided to take that as holiday, which I guess makes sense in a way, because we're not officially, well, we are officially in school, but we're not required to go to any classes, so people have gone. I was told that you couldn't do that, because if I had known, then I guess I might have decided to do Enceladus as well, but I also would have gone home with my parents and brother because they actually came up to see me on the same day I came back from Gregonog. That's just how it worked out, because I was just there at the time. So I got to see them as well, but it was a bit of an emergency situation. Well, not emergency, but we didn't have very long. So yeah, I was surprised to see my cousins there as well, from both sides of the family. So there was my cousin on my dad's side, who lives nearby anyway, and her husband, and then there's my cousin on my mum's side, who's studying here. I mean, well, you know Fraser, actually, I can say his name. Yeah, so Fraser was there. Which reminds me, I have another music video I did with Fraser that I need to actually film with some people. The good folks at Buttercorn might be able to help me out with that one. I've been toying with the idea for a while. It's about time I actually do it. Yeah. And but yeah, there was I must apologise to them on behalf of the situation that I placed them in. There was an important phone call I had to make that required them to be there and stuff to discuss in person. I guess I'll talk about that more around December, January time when that actually comes into fruition. But yeah, to the person that I made that phone call to, we have to talk about the logistics of what was in that phone call, make sure that all the details are sorted out. And also I found out today that apparently my course actually starts up again on the 6th, or maybe the 5th, given that I'm in drama and it would be a Tuesday. I'm not sure, but it's either, yeah, I believe it is the 6th because I've seen so in the WhatsApp group. I will check that, but if that is the case and it is the 6th of January that I'm back instead of the 2nd as I believed, that means that the plan can go ahead as predicted and to, I guess, the best possible outcome. I'm sorry to everyone else that I'm being very vague, but that message was for one person in particular who probably does not want to be named as of yet, given certain circumstances. But yeah, December, January time, you will see exactly what I mean. So, anyway, Enceladus auditions, that's the other thing. Yes, so both Monday and Tuesday I've spent in the voice audio booths quite a lot, doing the rest of the auditions. And again, there's a lot of multi-role. I'm quite impressed with some of the people actually. Well, with everyone, but some people in particular for roles that I hadn't put them down as, that they went for. I said to them, if there are any characters that like speak out to you, and then they went for some of them. Or if not, I said, okay, well, go for these ones and see which ones because the other ones maybe have been filled in already, or your voice might suit them, etc. And as it turns out, that all worked out. There are still a few characters to be sorted out, like a couple of like minor ones, like some announcers and such. But yeah, we can get to that in due time, I assume. So that's been going really well actually. I've been doing like 2 at a time. I have to fit more people in the audio booth, etc. And some people even got to do their lines. A couple of them have already recorded their characters, which means I have quite a vast amount of people. It seems to be the same with the Mutant Girl actually. For episode 9, I actually lost the files for everything. That was my fault this time, not my computer, because I forgot to download them on time. And yeah, so I got Natasha, Nasib, and Christopher to do their bits. And because Natasha and Nasib are some of the OG folk, they had a lot of characters to get through. And so actually in that episode, I've got the majority of the lines I need already from those people alone. I still need to get Caroline and Adley to do their bits again, but that'll arrive as it will. Surprised us, very few people actually speak in that episode. I don't think I planned that deliberately, but yeah, episode 10, everyone is coming back, and I mean every single character. So that's going to be interesting. It means I have to use dual screens or something to make sure I can fit all of them in one scene at a time. Or something to that effect. I'm not really sure, but I'll figure that out. That's again something to figure out in December time. It's actually really close to December now. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, honestly, I don't always get into the Christmas spirit super early. Partly because, of course, of all of the adverts and all the songs like drilling it into your head at the same time. That doesn't really do it for me. So I guess really I just end up waiting for the actual day, really, and then stressing over presents and such. But honestly, this time I'm really excited for Christmas. Again, because of the thing that I was talking about before. Honestly, I think that's going to be one of the best Christmas plans I've ever made, if it goes all to plan, obviously. Because again, I need to discuss that with certain folk. But again, all in due time. And yes, I guess Guy Fawkes Day also went by here. That's It's close we get to a November celebration. I didn't celebrate Guy Fawkes Day, I never do. November celebrations just get confusing, whether it's Thanksgiving or not. And honestly, I haven't celebrated Thanksgiving in years. So, yeah, actually I'm going to go this way. There's only one proper Thanksgiving celebration I did, which actually I really enjoyed. That was when I was 6. I went to Georgia just with some friends, some family friends, and we actually had a lot of things planned out to see like Atlanta and Alberta, or where the other city was, and I enjoyed that a lot. And then of course there's a meal itself, but that everyone looks forward to. That's the only reason that Americans really seem to celebrate Thanksgiving nowadays, is because of course of the turkey and such. I'm vegetarian, so I've never had a turkey in my life, but still, that happens around Christmas time here, so we just get the best of both worlds. I guess that was adapted because obviously Thanksgiving would be a bit of an odd celebration around here, given the history of it. But yes, we slaughter our turkeys as well, just slightly later. Just to clarify that. So yes, let the Christmas music play, let the sleigh bells ring, all of that fun and jazz. You'll get no bar humbugs from me this year. Absolutely not. So I think that might be it. I think I've covered everything major, except for the fact that I went out to a pre-directorials thing, which just means there's something called the directorials that you do in either second or third year. I believe it's third year. And everyone just met up later than the scheduled time. And I was expecting to leave around 12:30 because that's when they said they had the venue until. It ran on until 1:30, and then people dragged me around going out into certain clubs afterwards. So if you notice my voice is gone, it's because, I don't know, maybe I didn't have enough to drink there, so my voice is destroyed. But yeah, I'm just plodding along. You know, it's like this mayhem sing up yesterday. I didn't do anything. Yeah. So yeah, just been going through the motions really, in terms of the art of speech. Yeah, but it was fun, honestly, until I started feeling ill and wanted to actually go home. Everyone was like, no, please stay. I don't know. I still have a wristband on from the last place we went to, which was an absolute chaotic mess. There was a massive puddle of a bunch of mixed alcoholic beverages on the floor. I was thinking, why did we choose this as our final destination? But we did. So yes, at 4:30, we returned. Not ideal. Well, I think it was funny as well because we ended up so close to my accommodation. Everyone's saying, oh yeah, message when we get home, make sure that you're safe and everything. I literally walked one street. Nothing was going to happen to me down that street, but I appreciate the concern. Yeah. I mean, honestly, you get people shouting and random things, I guess, I hear from my window, and singing some songs really off key. But that happens around 3 usually, actually, surprisingly, so we'd even miss those people. And, yeah, they're not as rowdy as they would be in, say, Concert Square, for example, which I'm going to walk past most likely around this route. So, yeah, I'm going to turn this off now. I think you've already seen Concert Square. I'm slowly giving people a map of where I live, and I don't know if I should do that. But yeah, I got more Enceladus audition tomorrow. Hopefully do another bit of recording. Yeah, so I know it's just a recording tomorrow. I've done the auditions. Yeah, so just a recording. So hopefully that'll be done. I don't know when Enceladus is going to actually air because I deliberately didn't give it an upload schedule because I wanted it to come out when it needed to, because I know that Dylan likes to rush his animations sometimes. And that doesn't help because then it just means that he's cutting corners in terms of whether the characters walk or not, and then it doesn't get the establishing shots that I need for certain scenes, including the intro. It just ends up being a mess, and it just ends up like shortening the video considerably when it's already very short in terms of time. I know quality over quantity, but he's cutting out the quality, so I need to speak to him about that as well. Make sure that those scenes can be inserted in to the episode, or I can just do it, because again, editing. I got my new computer too, so I need to install stuff on there. I tried to sort out so many times to see if my credit card can actually buy stuff online. It's getting to a point where I actually need it to work, so I can transfer my purchase software onto my computer. But I haven't been able to do that. So it's getting a bit annoying at this point. I have tried going to the bank, but honestly, I need to relax today. So I'll try that again tomorrow after insisting several times. Oh well, that's just how it worked out. So yeah, I'm about to end now because I'm almost home. I don't want you to see where I live. So yes, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. And on that note, until next time, farewell.